Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, new NSL live talk with Dennis Praet and Neal Willems of NMP, PCH, HayaBusa. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is, because we are really not, we are far away from each other.
Exactly.
You are at Doha, it's called, right? Is it Doha? Is it directly in the town of Doha?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's where we're staying. We're not jumping here, but we're staying in a hotel in Doha.
Oh, okay. So right now you're in a hotel in Doha,
Yeah.
in a five-star luxury suite, probably
It's not bad.
that you deserve. Anyway, so how long is the drive to the drop zone?
It depends on the bus driver, but in between 45 minutes and an hour.
Oh, so you got a little bit driving to do there.
Yeah, yeah. So the buses leave at 4:45 in the morning,
Phew.
and
Okay.
first call is at 4:45, 5:45.
And then leaving at 4:45 in the morning, you still have very long days there so far, at least, I guess, right? When are you coming back in the evening?
Usually the buses leave at if it's a full day, you leave the drop zone at 5 p.m. So
5
you've
p.m.?
been there, you will be on the drop zone for almost 12 hours.
Yeah, and that is without much jumping. On a training day, you would have 20 jumps behind you probably, or within 6 hours. Now here,
Exactly.
once in a while, how many days have you been there now?
It's almost a week now. So we came in on Monday, Sunday. No, we left on the
Oh, there
Wednesday,
was,
so
yeah.
we arrived here on Wednesday. So we're here for a week now already.
Ooh. So if I followed that correctly, then I think on the first competition day you made two rounds. Is that correct?
Yeah, so Thursday was arrival day. Friday we did one training jump, and then Saturday the competition start. We
Yeah.
did
Okay.
two jumps that day. We did one jump on Sunday, and after that we had weather holds.
Yeah. So with three rounds so far, and today is Thursday, which means like there were a few days already where you're hanging out. What are you doing? Are you sightseeing then at least? Do you get a weather hold for the whole day then eventually when they see it's not that good or when they schedule other events?
Well, the military is a bit different than the FAI. The military likes to have, if there are chances to jump, um, even if they have a plan like to do accuracy for the male and then style for female, for example, they will still let the FS teams come to the drop zone and sit there because
Oh.
they don't like they always want to have the option. You know, if something happens that they can switch to another discipline. It's a way of thinking, but it makes it yeah, for disciplines that are not jumping and not doing all the other disciplines, makes it a little bit tough. It's also a little bit different in the other FAI competitions. Four is like the big event. A lot of people will look at it, but here we're just the smallest competition. Like the style and the accuracy is way much bigger than the four-way over here. So
Well,
they
you are
prioritize that.
in the unfortunate situation, I guess, that you are used to civilian events where things are usually running quite efficiently and quickly and productively, or whatever you'd call that. There, you are on duty, and you are on duty only for one event. So basically, you're probably used to when you're on duty, you are doing the whole day what you have to do, right?
Yeah, well, it's not that it's let's say it's different organization to FAI. It's a way of thinking and it is what it is, and you can annoy yourself with it, but it takes up so much energy. So
Mhm.
you just shut off your brain and you say like, okay, we're sitting here then for, albeit for nothing, but can't do much about it because that's how it goes.
And then you have to reignite yourselves and the team when it comes to that next jump. That could be, tomorrow, today, next day, and it could be 1, 2, maybe at the most. Have you ever done more than 2 jumps in a day?
Yeah, I'm sure we have
Yeah.
in the history of Hayabusa, we've done more than 2 jumps, definitely.
Hmm. So what is youngster Ray doing today on a day like this? He's holding his ground quite nicely, I would say. He is going to be a world champion for the first time
Yeah, he's
now.
doing good. It's his first schism, which is an important one for us.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's doing good. What he does now on a day off, I think everybody does a little bit his own thing. He goes to the gym.
We just saw him there.
Yeah, he goes to the gym. He stays fit. He's busy with the jumps, visualizing, like everybody would do.
Yeah. Well, you expected the situation, the competitive situation, a little bit different than it turns out now. So even for Ray now, the newest member, it has become kind of, well, let's call it a walk in the park. There's not really any opposition, any competition for you. And I know that you were looking forward to having that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think it would have been great if we had a battle just as a competition experience, to battle each round for the first place. If the Golden Knights were here and Qatar, it was like probably fighting for each point. Being in first or third or second could be either of those one. So we would have preferred to have them here for the experience, but we cannot change it. And
Yeah,
it's
and
a
especially
much
for Ray,
it's
for who
not
needs this
what we want.
battlefield experience, for him it's even more important. Well, that's how it was last year. As you said, Neal, last year we had Golden Knights, and you really you couldn't rest, you couldn't take anything easy, and it was exciting. I was very much looking forward to. We all thought it could only become even better. The Golden Knights were already in great shape. Now we saw how good they are. They outscored you at the World Cup already, and the Qatar Tigers were planning to train only for Sism to beat you on their home turf, and now all of a sudden you're totally on your own. It must be
Yeah.
kind of disappointing or strange, or I don't know how you would call it.
It's disappointing to not have, as Neal said, to not have the battle for sure. So now we have to battle against ourselves to make sure that we land and we're happy with the jump that we did, regardless of opposition. So yeah, and at the same time, probably another title, but that shows you that training for a competition, or planning to be good somewhere, like what the Qatar Tigers did, or circumstances in this game or in every sporting game, you also need your circumstances, and both circumstances work for Tigers and Golden Knights, and we have made it work every year till this day that we were in the army. We've made it work to every schism. So in that sense, it's maybe a little bit remarkable as well, because it shows how much this team dedicates to being everywhere. I think we've hardly ever had to withdraw from a competition with maybe somebody sick or injured, or
Dave came back 2 times from camera.
Yes,
just for schism.
But we made it work every time. So, and that's something that I thought about recently as well. That's kudos to the whole team.
Yeah, and you did dedicate actually, even some extra training, only to be ready for the season competition for the title defense. So and then all of a sudden things change. Who would have thought at the World Cup in Teugen, the Netherlands, and nobody knew that the US government would be shut down, so that at least I don't remember that we were expecting or talking about this at all.
In Teugen was not, we heard it when we had the training camp in Zephyrs, that like the shutdown was going on and maybe Golden Knights were not coming, but that was still 3-4 weeks before the sim. So we're thinking like, yeah, they will solve it, they will be here. But then suddenly it became really close. Even they were like, we don't know yet. And yeah, I think it was a matter of days, but
you almost lost them as an opponent for next year, because they made an effort, their own effort, to go to the US. The shutdown was in full swing during the USPA Nationals. So if the US Army would have said no, you can't go, well, but they allowed them to go at least. How they made it, who knows? But if they were not in Eloy, then Airspeed would be our opponent next year, not the Golden Knights. That's the hard reality of it. But now you will see them again, and I know you like them and you're good friends. So I guess now we are back on track with everything. I think the US government just decided yesterday or today or a few days ago that the shutdown is over now, at least. So I guess everything will soon go back to normal.
Yeah, let's hope.
Maybe you will see them at the Wind Games again. That was a plan.
Normally, yes.
Yeah. Which is all indoor, so now we are still doing outdoor. So what is the outdoor situation like anyway? Are you jumping from helicopter again, or what is it?
No, it's a twin otter. They have
It's a twin otter.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
We're signing for something special, a tailgate, a helicopter, something, but it's just a twin otter.
But I looked at the videos, of course, and if I remember correctly, David is usually filming as leading from the twin otter, but he is peeling here. So why is that?
The pilots here, they fly, I don't know how they've been trained, but they have to fly like a little bit military style, and so they put on almost full flaps with the otter, so it's flying really slow, and it makes it harder for Dave to go to lead, with that much soft air. So he wasn't sure. We only did one training jump, so we didn't have more training jumps to really feel like how the pilots fly. So he made the safe approach to every time peel it.
So here we see it.
We're holding it.
Sorry.
Yeah, since we're holding it for close to 5 seconds, he has time to like get into a safe zone, and yeah.
Yeah, it's not that he's
itself is not the most important. It's after those 5 seconds.
So it's not really that he is missing anything anyway, because he has it all in frame. It just caught my attention that he is changing his exit technique there for the season. So here, this is round one. Let's talk about the jumps a little bit. Here's round one. So far, what do you think athletically about the 3 rounds? I mean, you're winning by far. I don't know how much it is by now, by 20 points after 3 rounds. So we don't really, I'm sure you're happy with that at least. But
yeah, but it's not that we're really looking at the other teams. We really need to look at ourselves, this competition, how the jumps are going. Round 1 and 2 could be better, was a little bit rough, and we're not really happy with it. But round 3 went better. So we hope to get that trend going for the next 5 rounds.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm sure when we look at the jumps, they really don't look bad. We cannot be really unhappy, but it's small things when you're flying inside with the team that we need to fix. Let's say if we want to get more consistent, first of all, and also faster in the future. So we're not unhappy, but we're always very critical on ourselves.
Yeah. So let's look at round 3, and I totally agree. Round 3 looked almost like the old Hayabusa there, like the old signature lineup. And that was your favorite round too, obviously, you say.
Yeah, so this one we did the first 2 rounds. We debriefed them a little bit. Obviously, we can't change much block wise and all that during a competition, but we can talk about stuff we feel and what we need to like adapt a little bit. And we implemented that a little bit in the third round, where we can see a Hayabusa that is more consistent, and every page looks a little bit the same of what we do. That 18 was a little bit close though, but yeah, so it looks like a little bit more consistent, and that's still, like last time we spoke, that's a little bit what this team still is trying to find, is consistency. But you need jumps, and there's no secret. You need jumps, time together, and just seeing pictures and feeling each other, and then it will come.
Let's just pick this still here for a moment to explain that also. I don't know how much everybody is familiar with it, but that here is officially a star, right?
Yes, all arms are connected.
So the grips are indicating or showing obviously a star, but you're using the 5 seconds. You know, not everybody has seen this before. Not everybody is a system expert and and knows what you're doing there. But so for the people who may not be familiar with that, you may want to explain here what that is, because it truly looks very different than a star of a four-way beginner or four-way intermediate player.
Yeah, so we experimented a little bit in training with it to be as much ready as possible for the next point. So this was ME, and me and Dennis everyone turned already a little bit into the E. So when Dennis gave the key, we're ready as much as possible.
Yeah, we're still in the start.
Just made straight like the pictures. It's everyone need to move more into the first point, so this will make it a little bit quicker.
Yeah. So this is still the start. Let's see when the break is coming. Now comes the break. So from the break to the Mika with this cheated star, that was 1 frame, 3, 4. So like within, it's almost like a grip switch. There's the Mika. Okay, friends, here, four-way experts, here you go. This is what they're doing in the system, they're cheating the star, so it looks like the first formation. Thanks for the explanation there, Neal. All right, so here we are. You can the competition has now really more or less turned into sharing. Okay, into a training camp, more or less. Because the competition. I mean, you're trying to challenge yourself probably as
I think
much
you
as
can more
possible.
say like a training competition. I would not
Yeah.
really say like a training camp.
Yeah,
because
training competition, right?
training jumps, but like more training competition, and just perform as best as we can each round. Even the opponents are far behind us, we need to beat ourselves and how much score as high as possible.
Yeah. So here is something else that also is very special to that. In round 5, you have a sequence coming with a random formation R. So I don't know if anybody knows yet, what we're talking about here. That's a special system rule as well, right?
Yes, because every jump is 3 randoms and 1 block. We run out of randoms, even if you only have even if you only have 8 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So they implemented 1 more random, which lasts 10 years almost, or every time I've been doing system, it was always a cat. Just a lot like the build of the 15, but then don't turn the 15. So a long cat, and now recently, this is the first year they changed it to a Bundy, so it's like the 12 start or finish.
Oh, I
But it's
didn't know
only
that.
Yeah.
So that's a Bundy now.
Yeah,
And
it's not a cat anymore.
And block 12 you don't have in the dive pool?
No, not possible.
That would be confusing.
Yeah, that would be strange. But block 12 have has been in the dive pool before?
Oof, good question.
Well, we can check it.
Probably yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look at. So the whole dive pool was kind of remade because they needed a new
This year with 2 new blocks compared to last year.
Yeah, they just changed a couple. They put some out and they put others from the FAI blocks in. I think this year we have the 17, which switches the back piece. I'm not sure if that
last year.
I'm not sure
Out.
if it always has been like that, but yeah, they just sometimes swap out some blocks.
Okay, so 17 or 5. I mean, the rear piece usually you say that usually doesn't have memory, or
A little. I can't remember.
Most of the time, it's one switcher for the back piece and then 2 for the front piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, and that is only if you, I mean, you always have the option of swing move. So you don't really, you neither have to do mirror image or neither have to, but nobody's doing that, of course. But theoretically, for all the teams, this is only what we do to be as fast as possible. But you can basically engineer it however you want. You don't have to do memory. And some people do that. The rules have nothing, there's no word memory or mirror image or slot switcher in the rules. Doesn't exist. That's only our terminology, our language.
Yeah.
So that's we have the plane. So that's a twin order. Okay, and we have the, well, then you have more waiting to come, I guess, right?
Yeah, tomorrow it seems like there's another windy day. Today was the worst. Tomorrow will be more like yesterday, which was also windy, and they had the afternoon off. They did do some jumps in the morning, so let's see. Maybe we do some jumps in the morning, but it seems like it's going to get windy again.
But now that is also interesting, because with you not doing, I guess they are very sensitive to wind naturally, because accuracy, is basically the most important, most relevant event in the military, and they are very sensitive to wind. And most of the other teams, I guess all of the other teams except for you, and I don't know if there's any other team that is doing only four-way, because you're not doing who?
Kuwait is the only team.
Okay. Yeah, but all the other teams, all the other four-way teams are doing style and accuracy at the same time, which means like they're probably jumping the same parachutes, and the wind sensibility. No?
No. They jump. They have their accuracy rigs with them, and then the second rig, which is just a normal standard parachute.
Okay, so they can actually accept a little bit higher winds for the four-way event than they could for accuracy.
Yeah, definitely.
But the last 2 days we had a gust over 20 knots, and it was, even for us, it was not doable. It was over the limit.
Yeah. An interesting thing that I saw on the leaderboard is actually that the teams behind you are not actually the familiar names. I mean, we don't have Golden Knights, we don't have Qatar, obviously, but then usually the ranking order after that is Spain, Papea, but there are other teams. There's Germany, Hungary, or I don't know, Turkey. That's right. So is Papea there with a new lineup, or you probably know better than we know?
I'm not sure if they're with a new lineup, but they had a little bit of a disastrous round where camera guy went under.
Oh no! Okay,
so it might not have been their performance, but just a camera issue.
I think they would have been second if that didn't happen, but
yeah, I think I showed only top 5, so I will go a little bit deeper into the leaderboard, for the audience, so we can see that makes it interesting, because they are actually one of the better teams in the system four-way. And
but we're seeing ever so slightly an increase of performance in other teams in the four-way discipline here. So it seems like battles become closer between teams, which is nice to see.
Yeah, it would be nice to see the Germans. Germany has a good national team anyway, but the other countries, Hungary and Turkey, and would be nice to see them at the FAI event soon. Now, if they get better, maybe they will eventually feel. Are you talking about it? I mean, are you kind of friends, buddies with the other teams, countries, and discuss
But
this?
you also need to look at it. There are like Germans and Czech. They are also fighting for the overall.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only the formation skydive. They're also fighting for the first spot in style and in accuracy, and their goal is to win that, and not
Yeah.
only formation skydive. So they do a lot of other jumps also.
Yeah, as long as they don't have the full focus of FS, then I don't see a lot of people or teams coming from the military going to only FAI FS events, because that would be too much. The level of accuracy and style is so high, and it's a good level of FS, but I don't see them, as long as they don't specialize only in FS like we do. It's tough to come to only FAI competitions and then lose all that time training in accuracy and style.
Have you tried that, Neal? Have you had an accuracy canopy on top of you and trying to hit
No, not yet. I should try it.
I think it's just dangerous for us.
We tried it once.
Yeah, you can twist your ankle there or something if you try too hard, even on a big mat and a tuffet.
It's crazy how good you are. I think the level in this competition is maybe the highest of the year. It's
for accuracy.
Yeah, accuracy.
And style as well. With style, we did we competed in it for fun couple of years, and we did pretty well, but we just never trained for it. We just took it as a fun jump, let's say.
I remember you trained in your last training camp at Skydive City. You were training together with the Czech SISM team, and they are one of the top contenders for the combined scoring, right? How are they doing? Are they standing? Are they in contention there for they're defending champions?
Overall, sorry?
They're defending champions, aren't they?
Good. It's a good question. I think so.
Yeah. So Germany and Czech, they're fighting for it.
Okay. Well, it will be interesting to look at this. There's some, I cannot just take a break because the weather is bad in Qatar, so I have to continue. I cannot just study all this stuff as I would like to, while it is interesting. All right, well, it's end of the day, right? You're at 7 p.m. almost now in Qatar.
6, a little bit later.
It's 6:20.
You have to go to bed early too, right? 4:45, the bus departure.
Yeah, indeed.
And then who knows? Maybe you have to jump tomorrow.
Who knows?
Well, that was cool. Thank you very much, Dennis and Neal. That was interesting information coming directly from the SISM World Championship, and hopefully we'll have chance for another update later when the event is over. You got enough time, probably.
We do.
Sounds like you have enough time. Well, so let's do that. Maybe we can get the rest of the team into there too. Bob
no problem.
And Ray and David. He is kind of new on SISM camera now. You corrected me. I thought he had the first SISM championship for on camera, but you said he in 2021.
It's his second, yeah.
I thought the same. Then Dave corrected me.
Yeah, I forgot that. Well, good that we have you, Dennis. You know everything about. Oh, you're the team captain now. You have to know that.
Everything is maybe a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get the video guy there. If we can get him into our conversation too. And
no problem. So we'll do that
whenever it's over. Well, good luck with the rest. And thank you again for doing this. Dennis Praet,
thank you very much.
Neal Willems. There they are in Doha. Thanks.